What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the Work GRIFT. Ken and Hotep back in the building. One in the chat if y'all can hear me. One in the chat if y'all can hear me. Let me know y'all can hear me. Let me see. Baltimore stand. Oh, come on, Emmanuel, y'all. I'm at work, yo. I had to deal with an IT problem. Not to mention, apparently there's an intruder alert here. Somebody done slipped in the building and roaming the hallways. Police up here looking for him and everything. We got my man Baggins in the building talking about Chuck Taylor's is the new GRIFT. Chuck Taylor's is the new GRIFT. For real though? We about to get into that, bro. We about to get into that. Definitely about to get into that. Oh my gosh, yo. So check it. Now, I was gonna wait till the night, but I feel like I had to touch on this, y'all. I had to touch on this. Like I said, one in the chat if y'all can hear me. One in the chat if y'all can hear me. Here we go. Just so I know before I start talking some more. Oh, just mess with you. Can see me. All right, cool. Y'all can hear me. So, yeah, got an active roamer in here. Got an active roamer. You know, this shit crazy, bro. This is the second active roamer in like 2 weeks, yo. Somebody done got in the building. But that's what happened when you got like security who not armed or they don't care. You know what I mean? All right, cool. You got security. I ain't gonna say they don't care, but it's only two people at the front desk, and they only look at one door. The other door be wide open. Somebody could sneak in right in on that other door and grab an elevator, no problem. But you know, meanwhile, I'm licensed in 40 states, and I can't even carry my blicky to work. I'm telling you, yo. See, the building that I work in should be more secure than it is. It should be more secure than it is, straight up. Anyway, Jay Pollen might be joining us. I sent him the link. Hopefully he jump in. But anyway, if you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share the stream. Let people know we live. If you're catching the replay, leave me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. You know what I mean? You can use a constructive criticism. Also, it helps with the algorithm. There he is. What's up, Jay? Can you hear me, Jay?
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, you good. You good.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna go to this. I sent it to you too. I'm gonna go to this this news story. That ain't it. I'm gonna go to this news story about this Texas mall shooting.
Oh shoot.
Let's do this.
Just the Allen thing?
Yeah, Allen. Yeah, to Allen, Texas, the outlet mall.
Yeah.
So let's do this. I need a second screen for this. I definitely need a second screen for this. There we go. All right, we'll share that. Other than that, yo, StreamYard is alright, yo. I can't even complain about StreamYard.
And the nation. They're reeling from two tragedies.
7 people are dead after a car slammed into a crowd that was outside of a shelter for migrants. And then, of course, yesterday's deadly mass shooting at a shopping mall in which...
Police have now identified the gunman in that shooting. Our Carlos Ceseta is tracking all the developments in studio. Hi, Carlos.
Rick Kareem, good afternoon. The suspected gunman has been identified by authorities as 33-year-old Mauricio Garcia. And at this point, we don't know much about him. He was shot and killed by a police officer who was near the outlet mall. A total of 8 people were killed. The shopping mall has now turned into a memorial site. A large crowd.
Now, keep in mind, his name is Mauricio Garcia.
I didn't notice they didn't put the emphasis. You know how they do the Spanish emphasis, right?
Yeah, they got to roll the R's.
Especially, they roll the heck out of it, don't they? They say Mauricio Garcia was here earlier. They made sure to downplay that one on this one. They always roll all those R's, but for this one, they said, "Oh, hold up, let's downplay it."
They ready to start. Some people call me Maurice. They ready to call that nigga Maurice. Mauricio Garcia. Keep that in mind.
Draped with a Texas flag stands at the entrance of the premium outlets in Allen, Texas, the site of the latest mass shooting to strike America. Mourners have been dropping off flowers and stuffed animals as they pay their respects. Law enforcement officials say 8 people were killed, 7 others injured while out shopping Saturday afternoon. Witnesses say the victims include children.
Kids, people injured, really bad, some dead.
The suspected shooter, now identified as 33-year-old Mauricio Garcia. Officials say he stepped out of a sedan with tactical gear before the rampage. A police officer nearby on another call heard the gunfire, responded, and fatally shot the gunman. Police recovered an AR-15 style rifle at the scene along with a handgun. They say Garcia was staying at a nearby motel. Investigators have been searching the motel and a home in the Dallas area connected to him. A man visiting from Oklahoma says he saw as the assailant opened fire. He and his family took cover inside a cosmetics store as he saw bodies drop to the floor.
It was just one of those moments where you just hope he doesn't look. You start looking for things like hard bottles, glass, something like that, so you can at least throw at him if he were to come in the door. Thank the good Lord that never happened.
The shooting has reignited the debate over gun control. President Biden tweeting, quote, "Once again, Congress must send me a bill banning assault weapons and high-capacity magazines, enacting universal background checks, requiring safe storage, ending immunity for gun manufacturers." Other lawmakers are also weighing in, including California Governor Gavin Newsom. Now, we'll have more reaction coming up at 6 o'clock. In the meantime, a vigil.
All right, that's enough of that. So, you see how now? Okay, he had an AR-15, right? He had tactical gear, right? His name was Mauricio Garcia. Now, that story has all of the aspects that they be looking for to run with this, except for the person of interest is not the particular color that they would want him to be. However, let me see if I can't find this real quick. If you saw the thumbnail, hold on. See if we can't find this real quick. Give me a second, y'all. I had it up. Is this it right here? Hold on. Sorry, guys. Bear with me for a second. Let's see. Where is it? I lost the page. That's why I need two screens, bro. I know I had it up here. Now I can't find it. Anyway, so check it, right? So they have been identifying this guy as a far right white supremacist.
Dang, that's wild.
Jay,
Yeah.
a far right white supremacist. He was even. Here we go. I'll just use my thumbnail. He was even. I guess in his in the little screen they put up for him. Is this it? Yeah. They had him as race is white. So you saw how I circled Mauricio Garcia is his name. His race apparently is white, according to the news outlets. Go figure. Go figure, Jay. So they like, look, we got all of the aspects that we need to run with this shit. But fuck, he wasn't a blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil.
Man,
they was like, they looked at him, they probably lightened his skin a little bit in his picture, and they probably was like, we can make it work. We can make it work. His hair is straight enough, and his complexion is white enough. We can make it work.
I don't understand though why they why they do that with the reports though, why they put that on there sometimes, because they do that with when you go through the police report, sometimes it'll have I don't know if it's sloppy or if it's lazy, because sometimes you'll see an Asian person or a black person and they'll say white as their race under their name, under their person.
That's
whenever
crazy.
Whenever you go and check out the police report sometimes, because I've seen a couple of them, because I like to research to see the victims of the police shootings, right? So I'll go back through to see, so I could separate them out to say, okay, how many people died this year and where did they go? Because nobody else I know no one is out there really fact checking it because it doesn't fit in their particular narratives. So
Right.
when you go through it, you'll see them do that sometimes. You'll be like, okay, this is incorrect because obviously this is a black man in this picture and this is an Asian man in this picture. So that falls into this or falls into that for the violent stuff. So that's either just lazy or in error somehow. But yeah, they definitely put him down as white, and it's obviously, you know, Mauricio Garcia is Latino. And then the reporter, back to that reporter. So I just clicked on it just so I could hear him. Does he roll the R's with everybody on a regular basis? And the answer is yes, except for in this case when he was wanting to downplay it. So that's tactical on the part of the news media right now, is they wanted to try to paint this guy up as maybe being mixed or being white because that would fit narratives.
Right. Tune in Dropout says, what's happening in this country isn't going to be fixed by restricting access to any particular type of firearm. Hopefully we do not give away our rights and freedoms, believing it will provide us more security. That is 100% facts coming in from Tune In Dropout. He's right about that. And that's what I wanted to get to, you know. Now, kudos to that police officer who heard the call over the radio and got there as fast as he could and put the shooter down himself. Right? You know, unfortunately, you know, 8 people passed away, 7 are injured. But he got there and he neutralized the threat as soon as he could neutralize the threat. My thing about it is you hear this all the time, Jay. When seconds count, cops are minutes away. When seconds count, cops are minutes away. You know what I mean? And
Right.
give, you know, and maybe this is my you know, naivety. How do you say it? Naivety. I would assume like Texas, you know, somebody there would have been strapped up, putting shots on that boy. You know what I mean? I assume somebody be strapped up, putting shots on that man. You know what I mean? Oh man, it's hold on real quick, guys.
Go ahead. Well, Cannon works on that. I was looking over the issue of it. They had a lot of chaos, right? They had a lot of panic going on. So I guess for a lot of people, if there was some that may have been carrying in the crowd, that first I remember they said that they thought that they were hearing construction work, right? That was the initial report that came out. We were hearing construction work. All right, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, so I was just mentioning that originally there was a lot of chaos that ensued, and a lot of people thought they were hearing construction work. I think that's pretty typical that you'd find in like in an area of a developing area, or the area that they're putting in new shopping centers or whatever, new areas. And they said a lot of people went around thinking that it was that for a little while until they finally started reacting and seeing, oh, people are actually getting hit. And this is some kind of a shooting event.
Yeah, so, I mean, it only takes seconds for 8 people to get hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have someone blasting on someone in close range too, or if they're all in a confined space, then that's kind of hard. So you could see why they was able to, in this instance, why the shooter was able to put down so many people really quick span of time. Whereas we had with that other mall shooting, when the individual came out and he was more of in a wide open space, I guess, for that area. So this guy had been already, you know, since he was maybe in that motel, maybe he was already targeting his plan of operation out of I'm going to specifically go here first, and that'll be the easiest way. When you had that other the hero that jumped out of the bathroom and started and opened fire from whatever 40 yards away, right? He was able to take him down pretty fast. But here in this case too, a police officer got to him pretty quickly. And I think that you look in most places in Texas and Oklahoma and those type of areas where it's a lot of people that are in the open carry stance, you'll usually typically have the shooter get put down pretty quickly because someone would be nearby to do just that.
Yeah, it's just crazy that we seeing this shit happening so fast. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so fast. Like it happened so fast, and it's been happening so frequently. All right. You got the hospital in Atlanta, right? You got this Texas shooting. You also had the shooting at a Fox affiliate that nobody was talking about. You know what I mean? It's just happening so frequently. And then it almost seems like, you know, like with the like Joe Nicholslick and them, they doing that mob security mentality. Like, hey guys, all you gotta do is give up those guns and we can protect you. You know what I mean? It's
Then
almost
who
like
would have the weaponry?
yeah, the monopoly
You-
on power be in the police's hands.
Right, the police's hands, and their shooting of people is going up year after year, and
Yeah,
they're trying to downplay that. We're going to come up on 2,000 deaths pretty soon, either this year or next year. They'll be
Right.
at 2,000 deaths of civilians, right? So
yeah,
if we're putting all the power into the hands of the police and the military and the National Guard, and then whoever's in charge, that goes back to their nutcase, like when we had Joy Ann Reid. Whenever someone is in charge, are they saying that they're going to always have this monopoly on power that they're trying to say, or is it possible that we could have someone else jump into the higher office or state office and start directing, having their own militia do it as they will? And that's one of the things that they're really not seeing past the bigger picture of what they're trying to push, because they want this current agenda pushed out there.
yeah. So check it, right? And Sauce brought this up, but I brought this up yesterday when I was out at the car wash. He says, but it's also a lot of families and people moving from Cali and other blue places in Allen, Texas. Actually, that's
You
not
know
the one I
it.
was looking at, but yeah. So but what was the other one at?
Even the what was it? The Babylon Bee was joking about that, right? How there's so many people coming out from Cali that are like, they want to they want to escape their dystopian reality out there, but they want to bring it to another state.
But this is what I meant right here. It's a lot of people strapped in Allen. It's a lot of people strapped in Allen, Texas. But I think that mall is restricted area for guns. It's been a minute since I've been over there. So that's what I brought up too. I said when I was in Houston, right?
Yes,
I had my gun. Yeah, when I was in Houston, I had my gun with me, but I went to a mall in Houston, and I couldn't it had to do not no guns allowed thing. Now me, I thought it was suggested, right? So I still had I'm still strapped up or whatever. They can't tell you can still carry. They can't see shit. However, I was reading up on the laws, and the laws was like in Texas, they like if it says no guns allowed, it's strictly enforced. So when you got like a place like that where there's a lot of kids and stuff moving around, a lot of families moving around, like Sauce is saying in his message, maybe a lot of people left their shit in their car, you know what I mean? Because they don't want to get caught with it, and then they in trouble for not obeying the no guns allowed sign or whatever.
It's rough, man. It's rough because I want to see it hardened out here. I think we should be. It's gotten to that level, and we got to understand that just because a bank gets robbed, that doesn't mean that they give up on security. Well, security didn't work. No, they tighten it. They keep tightening it. You keep going. You push forward with tightening your security. And just because a place gets shot up and some people get killed, we all pause for a moment and get upset about it, and it's terrible. But we need to return to doing something that's solutionary, and that would be harden these spots, harden these areas. What didn't work? It's just like the casino. Or a casino gets robbed, or a person comes in there and starts stealing money or starts looting the slot machine. Do they say, "Oh well, we just got to give up. We got too bad. We'll just have to go forward like this and let the criminals
break
keep coming
kneecaps.
No, you tighten it up. You tighten it up. You harden it up. You get more security. You get tighter security. You figure out where the holes are that you need to tighten up, and you plug those holes.
Yeah, and then like Toloco saying, he said, I don't think it was he's saying he don't think it's indiscriminate.
Man,
he said this was targeted, and the fact that he was based at a hotel is cartel or a 3-letter agency, in my opinion. And I gotta give him the Don DeMarco for that when he don't got it. He right. I thought the same thing.
Because you saw the hand, right? His hand had some kind of tat on it that I didn't. I don't know. They were saying that could be affiliated. I didn't.
But I think someone was trying to affiliate with like a white supremacy organization.
Then
you got and then you got your boy Tariq Nasheed, bro. Tariq Nasheed on some other shit, bro.
What was?
Oh my god!
What time was Tariq on?
Hold on, let me find this shit. His ass was getting ratioed on his shit.
He had some takes. He had some good solid takes.
I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. Hold on, let me see if I can't find it. This nigga was talking about white and black shoes with white laces, and that was like it was. Hold on, where that shit at? Yo. Is this it right here? Go, because Malcolm Flex reposted it. Hold up,
Okay.
bro. I'm sitting there like, what the like what? So hold on. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. So we're gonna look at it together. Look at it
Loco
together.
16 had a good one. They said this guy was a security guard. I think the narrative is, look, you want to put security guards in school? Do you want people like this guy in your school? And that's one of the things I was thinking, that like when you see with the PTSD narrative too, that they could pull, they could be like, well, look, this security guard went on a little rampage over here. You see what happens if you have security guards? And that's kind of one of the narrative pushes that they're gonna try to pull, right?
Look at this. Here it go right here. Yeah, right. I'm sorry, man. Finish your statement.
No, who me?
Oh, you good?
I'm good.
All right, my bad. But yeah, so Malcolm Flex says, bro, this is absolutely wild, dog. How do you come up with this stuff? So Creek Nasheed goes, Texas mall shooter was a card-carrying white supremacist. What did I tell you about those black shoes and white laces? Hold on, y'all. I got hold on. Today has been a busy day. Hold on, guys.
You go ahead. I haven't caught on to the black shoes with the white laces. Right now, I got the K-Swiss. I don't know what this indicates. What affiliation I got going with this? If you in the chats know, maybe I should change up my shoes. Am I supposed to have black laces, purple laces? Let me know in the chats. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Tariq is on one with the white laces.
Yo, he is on one, bro. He is on
that you're a
one.
supremacist.
Yeah,
okay.
So, but look at the articles. Law enforcement investigating Texas mall shooter. Possible link to white supremacy. Gunman in Texas mall shooting may have neo-Nazi beliefs. What? Bro. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It's like 2 + 2 is 5, my man. 2 + 2 is 5. 2 + 2 is 5, yo. You see this? Even a small gift could mean so much to somebody. Ridiculous.
The SpongeBob.
So Malcolm Flex says, man, you're vile for this one. And then somebody gonna point to his Vans with
that
white
was Hotep
laces.
Goldstein.
Yeah,
Hotep Goldstein,
especially when you consider.
Shout out Hotep.
Yo, he was getting ratioed in this, boy. He said that's wild. That in one day the shooter went from being tatted El Chapo gang cartel member to Grand Wizard of the KKK David Duke. A guy with Mexican surname being friendly to Nazis does not compute. Yo, they was dragging him, bro. This shit is hilarious, yo.
The stretch, MSM reality. The Mexican shooter was. Oh my goodness.
Imagination. Oh, it was coming from him.
I made it.
I made it up. Like, look at this dude, right? Look at him. Like, you can clearly tell he has some kind of Spanish descent, right? Period. But his skin's light enough. They want to give him the Sean King action. You know what I mean? In reverse.
In the video, he looked darkish on the video whenever you saw him get blasted up. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
they put a LUTs over him.
Just
and made
the
him
brightness filter.
Yeah.
Still,
kind of like how I look right now.
Yeah. Canon Hotep was a white man.
Kind of like how I look right now. I might not pass the paper bag test right now.
Yeah, with that camera filter you got running there.
Oh my god, right? And I ain't got no filter on. It's just that the white balance is off on this fucking
on the camera. The white balance on the camera. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, this shit is horrible. But yeah, it just don't make sense to me, y'all.
They're trying to push the square peg into the circle. They got to make it fit however they can.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it is? Toloco says the shoes is because the Tennessee shooter managed to change his or hers shoes in the middle of the shooting. Watch video closer. Well, I seen that. I remember that in Tennessee. So you saying that this dude changed his shoes too? Is that what I'm getting? My man Rob Banks says, man, I wear black Chucks with white laces at the gym every day. But people was in there putting, it's like, oh shit, Snoop too? They had Snoop with his Chucks with the white laces. They had Rihanna with her Chucks and the white laces.
It's all starting to add up.
Right, it's starting to add up. Hold on, what was this? Toloco with the knowledge that this guy was a security guard. I think the narrative is look, you want to put security guards in schools? Do you want people like this guy in your schools? Don DeMarco. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm talking about. Toloco on it, bro. So he was a security guard, and they saying he went crazy and shot up. So they trying to say if the security guard went crazy and shot up the mall, right? What's to say a security guard wouldn't go crazy and shoot up your baby school? That could be it, yo. But I'm
It
telling
happened in
you,
Thailand, January on that 6th or whatever day that was.
YV said he the next Jason Bourne. Bro, I don't get it, bro. This shit is weird, bro. I'm just saying. It's these shootings are happening too frequently right now. Like they in overdrive, bro. They going overboard with these shootings. That's what's making me think they got that mob mentality, like that insurance exploitation grift. Like it'd be sad, you know, if you guys keep wanting to keep your AR-15s. It'd be sad if another shooting happened. You know, and then next thing you know, another shooting happened. Y'all still ain't want to give up your AR-15s, huh? I mean, I guess it'd be sad if another one happened.
That's how they're doing it.
That's what I mean. But because think about it, yo, they're really for either it's a lot of people out here in the United States that got some fucking mental imbalances right now, and they not stable. It is more motherfuckers on SSRIs and antidepressants and all this other shit than ever before, and they just all losing their shit right now.
That's
this just some Treadstone.
Maybe that's when the Yamin kicks in.
Maybe the Yamin is causing these problems and these people going crazy. I don't know, bro, but all I'm gonna say is this, y'all, before we get off of this, because you know, Hotep Jesus, he going live. I want y'all to jump over to his channel. Guys, you got to protect your neck. You got to protect your chicken at all costs. Protect yourselves at all costs. Get you a strap. Practice with your strap. Get your concealed carry licenses. Keep your shits on you at all times. Keep your shit on you at all times. Because you never know where you're going to be or when this shit going to go down, right? Because the way it's looking right now, man, it's just happening too frequently. It's happening too frequently right now for this shit to be coincidences, yo. Guys, protect yourselves out here. They're going to use this to go after the Second Amendment. They're going to use this to shut up, Manuel. They're going to use this to come after the Second Amendment. They're going to come after the guns. And like I said in that debate I was in, okay, they come after the AR-15 and they're successful with the AR-15. Now the shotgun's the problem. Now they're going to come after the shotgun. Now the handgun's the problem. It's just a slippery slope, guys. It's just a slippery slope until they got everything. You got to protect yourselves. Now think about it, right? If this dude, he opened fire at this mall and another law-abiding citizen fucking peeled his muffin cap back blue. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be a story. It wouldn't be a story.
They would be mad at the person that killed the shooter. Just
yeah,
like they were
call him
mad.
a vigilante.
They say, how come he didn't follow the sign?
Oh, he's a
did the wrong
vigilante.
thing.
He's a vigilante. You know what I mean? But it doesn't matter, man. You got to protect yourself. You got to protect you and yours. You know?
Right.
You know, like I just said, this is the second time somebody was roaming this building that I work at in 2 weeks. I don't like that shit. Drop a dime on them niggas. Toloco says you have to think evil. I know it's not normal for most people, but you have to. If I was the bad guy, what would I do? That's facts.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what the casino. I mean, the casino and all these other spots do is they just tighten up the security. It's the same thing with these banks. If the bank gets robbed or the bank gets shot up, what do? Do they shut down security and say, "Oh, we can't carry anymore because we learned our lesson." They
tighten security up. Like for example, like the malls here in Baltimore. Like you go up the Mondawmin, there's police there. Go to Security Mall, it's police there. You know what I mean, go to Towson, it's police up Towson. Go to Arundel Mills, it's police at Arundel Mills. Go to Columbia, it's police at Columbia Mall. Armed, huh? On top of the guards that they got, working there. That's just, because unfortunately, Mondawmin Mall in a high crime area.
Is that right?
So the police is there, but you ain't never heard of a mass shooting at Mondawmin. You might have heard about somebody getting shot outside at Mondawmin, but that was like a targeted thing, which I still don't condone. But you never heard somebody going on a shooting spree at no mall in Baltimore, or the surrounding metropolitan area, because police is there. You know what I mean? We got
We're
outlets.
looking for soft targets, right? They're
Yeah,
looking for
yeah.
and if they're casing out something, they're looking for soft.
Right.
Remember all this stuff that they told us about, the MSM used to tell us about, was the soft targets and the hardening of security. They did that for that day in September.
Yeah.
They had whole weeks where 60 Minutes, Dateline, and everything would be looking at all this different stuff and saying, we need more security cameras here. We need more people on the watch out for here. If you see something, say something. Remember all that? They went over that over and over again from after 2001 all the way to about 2006 or 7. They ran that narrative.
Yeah, they did. And that's the thing. People not understanding, People are not understanding. Hold on, there we go. People are not understanding. Like, you're responsible for you. You're responsible for you. Not the police, not the mayor, or the city councilman that's telling you to give up your shit. You're responsible for you. Robert Banks says, what's up with people posting the aftermath immediately online? They did it when that shooting, and they did it with that shooting and with the vehicle incident trying to go viral. Yeah,
they got the car running over people videos now.
Yeah, and I just heard about that, but this story overpowered the car issue. Man, you said a little girl got killed in a hit and run, right?
Well, 17 people got run over by a vehicle there in
another one
Texas at the Mexican border.
Oh shit, that's something I didn't hear about that one.
Mexico-Texas border.
Okay.
I don't know.
I did.
Trying to cross over or whatever, and somebody ran over 17 people.
Okay, so I did hear about that one. But there was one here in Baltimore where a little girl got killed by a hit and run today.
Did she? Oh, that's terrible. I hate to hear that.
Yeah, it's sad, Joe. But yeah, they post that shit immediately. Nobody trying to take action. Like it's. I'm telling you guys, we living in strange times right now, right? And they want you to think that they can protect you, but they can't.
Man, how can you protect anyone from the crazies out there? Like this, and then what they're doing is they're just trying to set it up so that they got a complete monopoly over the control, and so we can move on to looking more and more like how China's got it set up.
Yeah, Saul says, I remember I went to that one mall out in Columbia, Maryland, and I swear there was at least 10, 15 squad cars around the building. Yeah, it's always like that.
Is it?
I'm not talking mall security. I'm talking about Howard County Police Department.
Wow, the police department
stays out there because they they know what it is. You got people that want to act dumb.
Remember when I was
it'd be people acting a fool at the Six Flags here. I don't even go to Six Flags because niggas always want to fight. But at Six Flags, bro. But at Six Flags here in Baltimore or in Maryland, I think it's in PG County. Police stay there. They on scene, waiting for some shit to jump off.
Wow.
But that's what you got to do. And I know it's not the ideal thing, but the ideal thing isn't working. The ideal thing ain't helping. You gotta be realistic. And the realistic thing is that evil is around the corner everywhere. You got to be prepared for that shit. That shit go down. Mm-hmm. You own a mall. You own a fucking restaurant. You running a concert. The people at your concert or in your mall or patronizing your establishment should be paramount. Should be number one priority to be protected. That's the first thing you should have in order. Like I know party promoters around Baltimore. The first thing they do when they do it, first they look for the venue, and then they looking for security. Once they got the venue secured and security, then they worry about everything else. You know what I mean? So Loco say, I'm starting to see a connection. Earlier this week, there was a report of destruction of MS-13 graves. Oh shit! I don't know if it was in the U.S., but that will sure piss them off. That's crazy. Damn. But we can't rely on the media. We can't rely on the police. You got to rely on yourself, guys, to keep yourself safe. Always have a plan. It's not even good enough to just have a gun on you. Have a plan. Always have an exit strategy. When you go to these places, like when I go to the movie theater, I'm sitting there and in my mind, I'm mapping the escape plans so something happens.
Same way.
You know what I mean? I go to a restaurant, I'm mapping my escape plan should something happen, or if I can't escape, I'm looking at where I could take cover and put shots on target. Should I have to? Right. All the time. I don't like crowded areas. If the place too crowded, I ain't going.
Yeah.
That's just how that shit work. If I'm at a bar, my back is to the bar. looking at the door,
Mm-hmm.
just in case I got to do something. Well, I got to exit stage left. No joke. You always got to
Facts.
have a contingency plan. It ain't good enough just to have a gun, because sometimes you got your kids with you, you got your wife with you.
Yeah, that's the tough part.
Their safety comes first. You got to get them safe.
Right.
You know, and then if you can go and help a stranger or whatever, then you worry about them strangers, but your family's first. You know, so guys, you know, even if you don't got a gun, you know, you can't carry, always have those contingency plans. Always keep your head on the swivel. Know where the exits are. Know how, you know, have your plan on how to get to those exits should something happen. And if you can't get to those exits, hide. And if you can't hide, go out swinging. Go out swinging. That's the run, hide, fight thing. People look at run, hide, fight and think it's bullshit. No, run, hide, fight is the thing if you plan it out right. Run, hide, fight is the thing if you can plan it out right. You don't want to be thinking about your run, hide, fight scenario in the middle of the shit. You want to know that shit the minute you step into a building. All right, okay, there's an exit right there. Okay, there's the hallway. There's the back hallway of the mall. I know that leads to outside. Okay, there go. Okay, there's their inventory room right there. All right, you know, okay, that's how those gates work for the you know, because in most malls they got the gates that come down in front of the door.
Right.
Okay, that's how those gates work. Okay. All right, got that. Like, you just gotta keep your head on the swivel, guys. Always have a plan no matter where you are, especially if you got kids and you got family with you. You gotta remember, you gotta
Notice your
protect them
surroundings at all times.
at all times.
And the
You see-
people too. If you see someone
Yeah.
over there that's looking like they're out of place,
Yeah.
if they seem to be like, you know, scoping
Yeah.
the joint out, looking for security cameras and stuff like that, keep an eye on that character.
100.
That's one of the things I always do. I notice everyone around, and then if I see that if I notice them and I say, okay, this can't see that they are carrying, they don't look like they're with the family and they're doing this, that, and the third, then, you know, I move them out of my threat level, and then someone else can take their place. If I'm looking around to see, okay, this character is over here, seems to be scoping for something. Maybe he's looking to steal something like a watch or a pocket. He's looking at people's bags. I was over there at the Walmart so last month, right? And I was in the Sam's Club parking lot, but we have the Sam's Club is like the fancy area. You know, you have to go in there with your membership and all that. So it's usually people that got money that go in there, right? The other side though is what they call the ghetto Walmart here in town. And that side is where fights break out. Like it's nearby each other, right? But it's over here. So I look across, and because I'm always watching, and I see this woman, this blonde woman, you know, she's away from me. She's a while away from me, but I could tell that there's a guy coming up on her, and immediately he snatches that purse, and she chases after him, cussing and stuff like that. There's some other people in that area that could have tripped him up or whatever, but they didn't want to get involved, and he ran across the street with the purse. But what I noticed what she did, she had her back. You know, you get distracted. She had her back turned and wasn't observing around her. You got to do this and this before you got to see where other people are at.
Yeah.
You can't go in willy-nilly. And then one of the things out here is different. In Oklahoma, a lot of people brag about how they have their windows and their doors unlocked at night. They say it's Oklahoma. This is a fact out here, especially. A lot of people here, it's because they're so used to not having any crime. They'll say, I leave my door and my windows unlocked at night. I ain't worried about it. Say good night. You guys gotta tighten up. You don't know you don't know what's gonna happen from one day to the next, but you'll hear that.
Nah, fuck that. And that's the thing, right? Like you were saying, fuck all of that. You can't be what's the word? Profiling. Why you always profiling? Shit, profiling keep you alive. I don't care what nobody say. Profiling keep you alive. Maybe you was wrong about the person, but guess what? You still here. The motherfucker looks suspicious. You better off to take precaution than not, because you don't want your biases, crowding your judgment or whatever they say in that fucking sensitivity training bullshit. Profile and keep you alive, yo. Period. Full stop. I don't know how many times I've been in a place or been in a spot where I see niggas acting a fool, especially being a bouncer. You know what I mean? Back in the day, see people acting a fool, and I'm like, all right, they about to act up. And then I tell my boys like, hey yo, watch that group over there, yo. I got a feeling they're gonna start acting a fool, yo. And damn if they didn't, you know what I mean?
They
Or
start
I'm
cutting up,
right,
huh?
or I'm walking somewhere, walking from the game or whatever, and I might see somebody that look like I'm walking. I cross the street, that motherfucker cross the street with me, you know, and then I'm like, okay, this I don't know if this motherfucker following me or he just happened to be going in the same direction. I stop, get my back up against the wall, and watch them pass me.
Yeah.
You know what I
Same thing when
mean?
you're driving home at night too.
Yeah.
When oh man, there was this. So the doctor, there was a doctor, right? Doctor and his wife, and this wasn't in our city because out here, but I think it was up it may have been in Texas. But the story came on the news though. I think it was last year. Doctor and his wife, they were out. She was out shopping with her daughter, and they was buying nice things, right? The whole time, two men were watching for them. They saw them shopping, they're off in their own world. They head back to their house, which is a nice house, the doctor's house, right? They follow them all the way there at night. Yeah. And they pull up into the driveway. They're still not paying any attention. I think they have it on the Ring camera or whatever. Those two guys come up. I think both wound up getting killed because they got stabbed. Then they got the one girl had to be taken to go get. They took the girl to go put the credit card inside of something to get the money out.
That's how they do, yo.
Then when they left, they killed her and put her off to the side of the road. But the whole time, you look back on the video, you could see them getting followed. You could see the dudes pacing back and forth, and they're not aware of it because they're never doing this. Yeah. And when you got the car following you all the way around, like they were close by, you got the cars following you all the way around. You got to be careful, especially with these women. So now then the doctor, they had him on the thing, and he was crying, and saying he lost his wife and his daughter. That's a sick situation.
So that's the thing, right? So like YV said, profile the shit out of everything. Shout out to Flawed TV in the building. Salute. Got Flawed in the building. What's up, man? Appreciate you stopping through. Like, for example, right? One night I was going home. You know what I mean? And this is around the time. So where my father's office is, at a certain time, they were following business owners home, and they was doing home invasions, right? So I was leaving work and I was driving. I'm going home. So I get off and I notice a car that's kind of like moving with me, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. So I don't go home. I don't even go the way that I go home. So I go another way, well-lit area. So then I pull into a parking lot, well-lit parking lot, right? Shopping center. They get in the parking lot too. So I park in a spot. They park in a spot like a few rows behind me. So I'm like, y'all not catching me in the car. I got out the car. Crack, and I leaned up against the car with the shit in my hand. They took off.
Dang.
They took off.
You think they may have been trying to see if they got one?
They might have been trying to set me up, but they was going to catch it that day. Like I said, yo.
Did you have your vest on too?
I'll keep the vest in the truck. I'll keep the vest in the car, but at that point in time, it was in my back seat. I ain't had time to put it on. I would have had to take cover behind the engine and put one on them. You know what I mean? But profiling keep you alive, keeping your head on the swivel keep you alive. My cousin, her and her boyfriend, she was messing with. They ran up in the building, robbed them, had them down on their knees, hands tied behind their back, shot yo in the head in front of her. 3 niggas ran up in the house. You know what I mean? All them like Unc and them used to people used to think that I keep that vest on in my videos for dramatic effect. Nah, I was working. I be working when I started making those videos. Yeah, I was working those days where I had my in Baltimore, because we did trash removal and stuff, or my father still do it. I had to go in some alleys where they serving fiends, bro. So you got these people that be out of town that own these houses. They don't keep them up. So they'll call us to go get the trash because the city about to find them. So we go get that shit. But because the way I'm built and shit like that, I would have my blue slacks on or whatever, or BDUs. I look like I'm a narcotics cop, right? So I'm like, it's been a couple times where I went into an alley just before I was able to carry and stuff, and dudes was like, they either run or they go for their shit, and I'm like, yo, I'm just getting trapped. You know what I mean? So it's been times like once I got strapped and I bought the vest, I'm like, no, fuck that. So every time I would go in certain areas, that vest was on, and that Glock had a round in it, just in case. You know what I mean? And it's sad that it's like that, but it's like that, especially here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then, like I said, when you got people looking like they following you home or whatever, you gotta be cautious about that shit. I'm not about to lead nobody to my house, especially if it look like they following me. You know, but that's something my father taught me ever since I was a young. If it like a car is too close to you or they following you, you pull off and let them pass you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then
that way also as they pass by, you can look in their cars, they see them and
if you
see
can
them.
see in it. If you can see in it.
Yeah, if you can see in it, then see who they are and what they're looking. If they're looking over there at you, or they're coming by, you know, you can see who they are.
Flawed said exactly. They had a change of heart. Oh, they had a change of heart. All right. They definitely had a change of heart. All right. Because if it was going to go down, I wasn't losing that fight. You know what I mean? Saucer Cannon was finna the bazooka up on them jokers. I'm telling you, yo, the way shit is now, yo, the way shit is now, right now, yo, the way these shootings are happening so frequently, I'm gonna have to keep something heavy. I'm gonna have to keep something heavy, yo. I'm gonna have to keep something heavy on me. Whether it's my Roni, I throw the 17 in the Roni and run that with the stick, or I run with the 5.56 in the backpack, yo, just to have something heavy on me. You know what I mean? Because shit getting crazy right now. Now I practice a lot with my handgun. I'm a goddamn surgeon with that. You know what I mean? But some shit go down, you know, I'm gonna need something a little more stable, something I know I ain't missing. You know what I mean? But that's where we getting at right now. You know, like I said, you had what y'all just said, the dude hit 17 people with the car, right?
Right.
They go to tell you that, you know, if somebody want to hurt some people, you don't need a gun for that shit. No matter
what the weapon, they can. That's what we've been saying. We've been saying that if they want to have the vehicle be the weapon, they want to have airplanes be the weapon. They want to have, you know, rice cookers.
Yep.
They act like I don't understand how people act like we live in a utopia. How do they what
because
fantasy world do they live in?
And the sad part is a lot of these people they haven't grown up in the shit. You feel me? Like me, I would say that like I've seen both sides of the tracks, right? I seen, you know, I ain't gonna say I grew up poor, but you know, we lived in the hood for a good amount of time, and then my dad, you know, started getting that money, and then he moved us out. So I've seen both sides of the tracks. You feel me? Right. And then still working here in Baltimore, you still see the fuckery. You know what I mean? I still, like I told the story before. I'm pulling into my father's driveway. I'm bringing a boat back, and it's these they park across the driveway. I can't get in, so I got a 28-foot trailer plus my truck that's another 15 feet. So then I'm pulling in. I can't get out the street. I'm trying to ask the dude politely to move his car. He want to act like he don't hear me. So then I'm like, hey, yo, move your car, yo. Who you think you talking to, yo? I said, I ain't got time for this shit, yo. Move your car. You gonna talk to me like a man? I said, yo. I said, you want me to respect you, but you blocking my business. I can't get my car in here. So then my one of the other drivers and the people that work for my father, they all felons. And I'm not saying they like for dumb shit. They felons for like one used to be a shot caller for a gang here. Other one, same thing. So he jump out like, yo, what the fuck the problem around here? You get scared. So I already got a round chambered. I got a homeboy that's police. He told me how you supposed to, if you up on a car, how you should be. They had a drop on the person. So I'm in that position. So he reached in the back seat to grab his gun, and I see him. So I go for my Glock. I got my hand right on my Glock because the minute he showed me his gun, he's over for him, right? This nigga got the gun upside down, holding it by the magazine. And it puts it in the passenger seat and then like speed off. Like he was supposed to be scaring somebody. And my homeboy was like, yo, why ain't you blow the nigga away? I said, because he ain't even had a gun holding in the right position. Now I would have been justified, you know, with knocking this nigga head off, but I wouldn't have felt right because I knew that he wasn't even prepared for that gunfight. You know, if he would have had the gun held in the right position,
he grabbed his piece and
he had
it upside down.
He holding it by the magazine upside down, the fucking barrel facing the passenger side. So I'm seeing all of this. So I told my homie, I said, yo, if I'd have popped this nigga with him holding a gun like that, I feel horrible, right? Even though he would have deserved the shit. You know what I mean? Now I was like, if the gun was pointing in the right, so the way I was positioned, and maybe Banks can attest to this, because I know he trained people. The way I was positioned is he had a coupe, he had a Accord coupe. I'm at his back window, like that little quarter panel, the little quarter window, and he's sitting in his car. He's sitting in his car, facing out this way. I'm just behind his window. So when he reaches back there, let's just say he got the gun in the right position. By the time he would have been able to turn toward me, I'd have lit his ass up. He would have never had a chance to get a bullet around on me, right? But when I seen him had the gun upside down, fumbling with the shit, and he fucking sped off, I was just like, man, get the fuck out of here, right? It's just you got a lot of dudes out here that's cowards. They just be posturing. You know what I mean? They just posturing. And then my father was pissed. And I'm trying to tell him don't go over there, because I'm trying, I'm like, Dad, if you go over there, then you're the aggressor. If you do, got to shoot that nigga. He still go over there. The other dude go over there. He's scared. The dude over there scared out his mind, right? Because he went into like the auto shop across the street, scared out his mind. And they like, yo, that shit wasn't gonna go how you thought that shit was gonna go. Well, he was trying to disrespect me and my father, and the dude's like, yo, you don't know how close you came to him, that nigga putting you to sleep forever. You ain't the only person out here with a gun. He said, the only reason my son ain't shoot you is because you ain't know what you was doing. You know what I mean? And it's sad, because I don't want to take nobody's life, but I'm going home.
Right.
I'm fucking going home. You know what I mean? But that's the sad thing about it, is because people don't have no regard for people's lives no more. You know? And then, like I said, with shit getting real wild out here, like Floyd said, he said shit is getting weird. You know what I mean? But shit out here getting all crazy like this, getting wild like this, yo, you don't know what's bound to happen. You know? You don't know what's bound to happen out here. You might think you in like a fucking Stepford Wives type of neighborhood, or you out here, you good in the hood. Like you said, in Oklahoma, they got their doors open. Like we sleep, like they think they in Canada. We don't lock our doors or windows. You know what I mean? Yeah. Until somebody find out that they don't lock your doors and windows, and they found some easy targets. You know what I mean? Yeah. My sister-in-law, she was about 8 months pregnant. She had just moved into her little spot. Not even 2 weeks. Not even 2 weeks. She went upstairs to go get something. She come downstairs. There's a nigga in her living room with his dick in his hand.
At a new place, or
at the new place.
Okay.
So I get a call. I haul ass down there. Her baby father get a call. He haul ass down there. He on the same type of time I'm on. That nigga came down there strapped. I'm strapped.
Yeah.
Right. And luckily, when she comes down the steps, the front door is right there. So she immediately ran out the front door and was screaming and called the police and all that other shit. So by the time we got there, it was already handled. I don't know if they have a court, yo, but like that's the type of shit is. If she was, if it would have been something different, or our steps would have been in a certain position, or where it might have been, something would have happened to my sister-in-law. I think that's my sister-in-law. So and I told her too. I said, yo, how he get in the house? He came in through the sliding door. I said, why ain't you got the sliding door locked? She was like, I thought I did. I said, you need to have your slide door locked, and you need to have like a bar or like a piece of 2x4 in between the door and the wall, so nobody can open that shit when you're not there. You know what I mean?
You're right. You're right.
My man Rob Banks say you had to drop on him and would have been right if you reacted by shooting. You can shoot a gun accurately when it's upside down. Just gotta use your pinky. Oh no, he had the stick in the joint. He wasn't even close to the fucking handle of the gun, and the barrel was facing the fucking passenger side door. He wasn't even ready for the fight. You know what I mean? But it's a lot, yo, because but at the same time, you want to have compassion for people, but nowadays you can't. Nowadays you can't, yo. Nowadays it's either you or them, especially with these young boys. These young boys out here, they don't even care, yo. They don't even show the OGs no love.
Wow.
These young boys out here on all sorts of shit. You know what I mean? OGs, coming out of jail, they like, yo, what the fuck going on around here? These little young boys making the block hot. They don't care, yo.
Mm.
And then the mayor here, he got the nerve to think a curfew gonna work.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all gotta be in the house by y'all gotta be in the house by 10 o'clock because y'all act like nigga. They just got finished shooting 2 kids in front of the police.
Yeah.
You think they really gonna listen to your curfew? They ain't been listening to that curfew. I was down here Friday night. Out here dirt bikes all down the harbor, acting a whole fool. It's Cinco de Mayo. They don't care about that shit, yo. They don't care about that shit at all, bro.
No, you're right. I don't care.
Shit, it's sad, yo. It's disheartening, yo. But in this day and age, yo, it's either you or them. Straight up, it's either you or them. A lot of these people don't understand that. So, guys, to reiterate, always keep your head on the swivel. Always be aware of your surroundings. When you go somewhere, have an exit strategy. Have an exit strategy no matter where you are. Like I said, if I go to fucking Applebee's, I'm looking for the exits. You know what I mean? If I'm at a concert, I'm looking for the exits. Shit, I was at Monster Jam with my son. I had the exit strategy laid out.
It's good.
And it was like 20 police in that bitch. And I ain't give a fuck. I'm gonna make sure I got my exit strategy. I don't care where I am. Fucking trampoline park, number kids. I got an exit strategy, goddammit.
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese, I got a goddamn exit strategy. Movies, I got my exit strategy. No matter where I am, because you never know what might happen.
No, I don't blame you.
You know, and always when you're driving, just always keep in your rear view mirror, keeping your side view mirrors, making sure that it ain't cars, that's following you. If you shift to the left lane, they shift to the left lane. If you shift to the right lane, they shift to the right lane. You make a right, they make a right. Always keep that. And if they too close and you feel like you uncomfortable, pull over and let them pass you. Never go home. Never go home if you feel like somebody following you.
Right,
Keep all your doors and windows locked. I don't give a fuck if you live in an apartment on the 18th floor. Nigga might think he's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Keep all your doors and your windows locked, period.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I mean? Get you an alarm system. Get strapped. Almost every shit, what I'm about to say. Almost every state have some kind of concealed carry law now, thanks to the Supreme Court, with the exception of like New York and New Jersey. New Jersey at first they was following the Supreme Court. Now it looked like they not. Get your concealed carry. At least buy a gun for the house.
Yeah.
It don't have to be a handgun. See, the thing what people don't really know about a lot of places, shotguns and ARs, you can cash and carry them bitches. You go to the gun store, you just do your little NICS form. You do your little NICS form. You pass your background check. You go home with that shit that day. It don't necessarily be your handgun. But I'm not about to strap an AR to my back and be walking around town. I might have a bitch in the backpack, but no, I'm not gonna have a bitch just strapped to me. Everybody can see it walking around town. I got my Hellcat for that. I got my Glock 43X for that. If I'm feeling sexy, I got my 38 snub. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got a gun. I got one for every occasion. Goddamn.
Every occasion.
These motherfuckers get real crazy. I'm breaking out the 5.7. That little bullshit arm ain't gonna stop that shit. Dead ass. I got a gun for every occasion. Goddamn it.
Yeah, we're seeing them. We're seeing the mayors. Right. We're seeing the mayors of these Democrat-run spots sitting there like looking crazy with the crime going out of hand and all these shoot 'em ups. And all these events. And then look at New York too. Adams is out there saying, hey, you were because there was, you saw it on the tweets, right, where they were saying let's burn this place down and all this other nonsense out there. Now he's got the whole George Floyd Part 2 event going down that he's supposed to be handling.
Damn.
Well,
Rob he said, man, these young kids got no fear of repercussion. My son's teammate got killed 2 months ago. He was 13 and the shooters were 15 and 17. Told my kids, this is why I don't let you go And
Just
yeah, you
anyway.
can't, yo. You can't. He's
And
right.
did you see that? I was on Twitter with the young kids. They were 12 or 13 or whatever, and they were looking for another kid on a school bus. They ran up on the school bus armed, ready to take out another little kid. That was on Twitter.
The shit jammed, and then they pistol whipped the kid, and then took off. Now it's sad that they pistol whipped that kid, but luckily the gun ain't go off. You know what I mean?
You got 8-year-olds and 10-year-olds talking about they got to watch for their ops. I was like,
Shit.
good night. You need
12,
to be.
It was a 12-year-old here in Cherry Hill. 12-year-old here in Cherry Hill 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He got laid down, and everybody's like, oh, he was only 12. This little nigga was affiliated, and he was out here. He was out here with the blicky and walking kids down too. His ass got walked down in the middle of Cherry Hill. Yo, these kids, yo, they the dangerous ones nowadays, yo. Like I said, yo, you gotta stay in your kids' ear, because once they turn like 12, 13, they think they know everything and they don't listen. You know what I mean? So you gotta catch them when they're young, man, or else the streets gonna get them, and you ain't gonna have them for long. By the time they turn 17, 18, you might be putting them in the ground. You know what I mean? It's sad. It's just a sad fact of reality, yo, that this is where we are right now. Now, when it comes down to these shootings that's been happening, I'm sorry, yo. This shit is a hell of a coincidence that all these shootings are happening right now. Period. You know what I mean? So like I said, guys, you can't legislate yourself away from evil. You can't legislate yourself away from evil. You can't legislate yourself away from gun violence, because it doesn't matter. You can put all of these laws on the books, right? Put all these laws on the books. The only people that's going to follow them is the law-abiding citizens. Right?
You're right about that.
These criminals ain't following them laws. They ain't going to the gun store buying no gun. They getting that shit off the street. You know what I mean? So don't let your mayors and your governors and all these people hamstring you and take your right to self-defense away. You gotta speak up on that shit. And you gotta take your safety into your own hands, people. Take your safety into your own hands. Like I said, get legal. Get legal. You know, find out if you what it takes for you to get a handgun. Find out what it takes for you to get your concealed carry, if they allow it in your state. If it's hard to get a handgun in your state, like here in Maryland, you got to do a 4-hour class and you got to shoot 25 rounds, and then you got to fill out this paperwork with the state police like you trying to fucking go work for the state police, and then you got to wait 60 to 90 days and all that other shit. Go to the gun store, fill out that NICS form, get you an AR, get you a shotgun, and start defending yourself until you get your paperwork back for your handgun. But you got to defend yourselves, guys. It's up to you. You cannot rely on the police. Oh yeah, exactly. Thanks, Rob. And also get that fucking concealed carry insurance, yo. I got USCCA. This ain't no
Is it the one they've been advertising on the?
Yeah, they advertise it a lot
on the TV and on the YouTubes.
Yeah, and this ain't no paid production. You know what I mean? So, but I have USCCA. I got that shit. I think I pay $500 a year. I think it covered me for $2 million civil, and I think $1 million criminal, just in case. It don't hurt. $500 a year ain't bad, but you don't got to pay the $500 a year. They got other tiers. You know, they got $200, $100, they got $300. They got different tiers. You know, get what you can pay for, but get something, because after you shoot and the shooting over, that's when the fight actually began. Because now you got to prove that you were justified in that shit. The family might come after you. Shit, I found out the police here in Baltimore and Maryland, the police bill of rights got revoked by the state. So a lot of these officers who get in these shootings, they got to defend themselves in court. So now they all saying they going to USCCA and the NRA carry guard and all that other stuff. I don't blame them. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? You gotta do what you gotta do.
Especially with these exoduses, like we're saying, these exoduses from all the major blue spots, these people are heading to the red spots now. So you're gonna see some escalation out here in these type of areas, because even Scott Baio, he announced today or yesterday that he's had it with California and he's headed to one of the red states. When you got the Hollywood actors and actresses saying that they're getting out of there, that this is too much over there, because you saw what's going on with with them breaking into the car windows, right? You leave your and they got some fancy cars too. It's not they got some nice looking cars, but they pull up their car, they have to roll down the window, leave the trunk open and everything. Otherwise, they're gonna get jacked in 2 seconds.
Like I said, guys, get legal, protect your neck.
And they can't do that kind of thing out there in Cali where all the restrictions are at.
Figure that shit out. You know what I mean?
Can't protect yourself.
Figure that shit out. Because I'm sorry, it's still staying. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. You know what I mean? And you best believe that these criminals out here feel the same way. These gang members feel the same way.
Right. Facts.
So, like I said, keep your head on the swivel, man. Just you can't just be walking around here all willy-nilly thinking that you good, because you never know. Straight up. Anyway, I gotta get back to the grind. It's 2:45. Hotep Jesus on right now. Everybody go over to his channel. Everybody say Cannon Hotep sent me, just so he know that I sent y'all over there. I think he talking the same shit too. So go get his perspective. Again, tonight, you with me tonight, Jay?
Yeah. What time?
All right, tonight 9:30. Yeah, tonight 9:30 Cannon Speaks. Tonight 9:30 Cannon Speaks on Cannon Hotep. Actually, no, what is it? Hotep TV tonight. So Hotep TV on Rumble and Cannon Hotep YouTube channel. So that's Hotep TV on Rumble and the Cannon Hotep YouTube channel. Yo, Rumble been showing mad love, yo.
Oh,
mad love.
There's been a lot of people in there. Last time I was in there, it looked like
a
lot of people.
Yeah, and then the crazy part is that I figured out, so pre-recorded videos, they don't do that well on Rumble, but streams do exceptionally well. So, but yeah, they've been showing love. But anyway, guys, let me get back towards Cannon Hotel for Jay Pylon saying, be safe, stay strapped, don't miss. Holla at y'all.
Get it on, people.